stomp you out. Came with all my goons, we gon' thug it out. Go ahead, bust a move, we gon' stomp you out. Came with all my goons, we gon' thug it out. Throw your hood up, go ahead and rep your city. Throw your hood up, go ahead and rep your.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is our reaction to Dereck Ward Chisora and Oleksandr Usyk. Oleksandr Usyk won the fight by unanimous decision. I'm going to start this one off with Trill Dollar Bill. What was your thoughts on the fight?
Beautiful, disciplined boxing. That's what I thought was going to happen. It was beautiful, disciplined boxing. It was just boxing. There's beautiful boxing in there. That's all I can say. It was beautiful boxing from Usyk in there. And shout out to Chisora. I know I give him a hard time, but he showed a lot of heart in there, and I don't want to see him retire. You know, he got those 10 losses on there, and his chin didn't show the dents that I thought it was going to have in there. He took some punishment, and when I thought he was going to drop, he didn't. He didn't go down. Good fight. Good fight. Well-disciplined boxing. I love the way Usyk was moving in there for a heavyweight. And I'm just going to go out there and say it right now. He beats every heavyweight out there except for two. And I say those two will have to be Joshua and Tyson Fury. I think that these two guys will give him a little bit of trouble, but I think it will be a competitive fight.
Wow, that's a big statement right there.
Yeah. His movement, how he moves around and all that, I think those are the only two guys out there.
You think he could beat Joseph Parker?
Yo, I think that he has this thing that he does where he gets fighters off balance and then he throws this left hook. He's just above a different when it comes to his footwork and his boxing, even his boxing IQ. He takes a little bit to figure out an opponent, but then he figures him out. He dials in on him, and he just starts popping shots and picking them away. This guy is very, very talented. Usyk is a problem, but I tip my hat off to Chisora. He showed that he had heart, which we all knew, but he showed that he still has heart. And he's a force to be reckoned with. And you could put him in there with any of those other guys and he'll give them fits. You know what I'm saying? So please, Ward Chisora, don't hang it up, man, because you was in there with Usyk, and Usyk is a very talented fighter.
Well, I mean, Trill showing some respect for Chisora. It took Chisora's 10th loss to get some respect from Trill.
I feel like De La Hoya's daddy. When he lost to Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? But nah, he really didn't quit. He didn't give up on himself. I thought he was gonna quit. He was in the corner breathing heavily, but he still willed himself to the 12th round and showed great heart. And I took my hat off to him. I gotta give respect when respect's due. You know what I'm saying? I was still mad at him for that comment that he made towards the little guys. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I took my hat off to the guy. Del Boy. Got my respect.
All right, no doubt. G.
Yeah, salute to you, Trill, for bigging up Chisora. I really appreciate that. Chisora did show a lot of heart, but not a lot of stamina. You know what I mean? Man, listen, I was gassed, son. I'm already texting dudes like, yo, it's over. We eating Ukrainian soup. It's over, yo.
Yeah, like the 4th round, and we're like, yo, it's too early, bro.
I was like, damn, Chisora, bro, you had it, yo. I was like, bro, Undisputed was on your back, yo. Like, the whole UK was like, bro, hold it down for us so we can get Undisputed. But honestly, I'm actually happy that this fight happened. So first, let me say, Usyk, salute to you. I had it. What was my score? 116, 112.
12, right?
I mean, I was impressed. However, this is where I differ from Trill. I don't think he's gonna do much damage in the heavyweight division, and here's why. I don't think he can handle the shots because Chisora had this dude flying around the ring, you know? So I don't know if he could take the punches. And when he was delivering punches, it wasn't like they were so, like, devastating, you know? So if he fights AJ, man, I'm telling you, AJ gonna murder this guy. Like, for real. Like, I'll bet money with any of y'all three, AJ gonna violate this man. You know, that's one. Two, I think Tyson Fury will do the very same thing, violate that man. Three, I think Joseph Parker will also violate that man. You know, there's just levels to this. You know, like Chisora doesn't have the best footwork. You know, so yeah, he could do that to Chisora. Can he do that to the three gentlemen I just mentioned? I don't believe so at all. You know, and so to me, and on top of that, with those three gentlemen, it's gonna go down to, can he even take their shots? I don't think he could. You know, so. But I'm impressed by what he did with Chisora. But I've said this in the past. Chisora, to me, is the heavyweight gatekeeper. So, all right, congratulations. You made it into the realm where you can face now the top 10. I'm being honest, I don't even know if he could do that to Andy Ruiz either, bro. I'm going to be honest, you know? And so, like, to me with Chisora, like, the way he, like, no excuses, man. Chisora, you lost. Whatever. But I felt like when he was, like, in the first couple of rounds, what he was doing, I was like, if he could just maintain that throughout the fight, which obviously that's a lot to do, right? Especially at his size, this and that third. He can't keep that up. The muscle mass that he got, he can't keep that up. But I'd be wondering, like, bro, what were you doing during training camp? Were you running? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been nice if he just, you know, did more cardio. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, bro, this is your opportunity to shock the world, yo. He could have shocked the world. It's whatever, man. But honestly, it's not like he was the favorite anyways. But I thought he could pull it off, especially quarantine, inactivity on Usyk's part. Like Chisora had a lot in his favor for that fight, but he let me down. So it is what it is.
Also, shout out to Trills. I think you're the only one who picked Usyk. Yeah. Although we all knew it was a possibility, but like you're the only one who picked him.
Listen, I'm not gonna. Y'all guys went with y'all heart. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault you guys for going with your heart. It wasn't like y'all was logically saying that Chisora was gonna outpoint him, outbox him or something. Then this would be a totally different trail. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying like we didn't pick logically. I'm just saying like you predicted the outcome, like you predicted the correct outcome.
Y'all all said it too. If I remember correctly, y'all was all saying that, you know what I'm saying, Usyk's gonna win, but y'all heart wanted y'all to go with Chisora, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, but logically, you know what I'm saying, Usyk was the guy, so that I don't even think that counts. But so I just think, but what G was saying though, you know what I'm saying? His movement, right? Like, you know, like you said that he would not be able to take these shots from these other guys. We don't know until he gets in there. His movement, I think, is enough for him to frustrate some of these bigger guys. That's all I was alluding to. Yes, he's smaller, but he's more agile. There was other smaller heavyweights who was moved. Like Ali was a small heavyweight who was able to move around and frustrate a lot of opponents. I'm not comparing the two, please. I'm not comparing the two, but what I'm saying is he was a smaller guy who was able to be more agile and move around and beat these bigger and tougher and stronger guys who punch harder. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this is his ability and his skill can really do some damage on these guys in the top 10, except for two. I think we give him a really, really hard time. But these other guys, I think that he will feel very well against these guys.
All right, Ned.
Man, I want to say I disagree with G. I felt like I want to shout out Chisora because he came, and him and David Haye were like, we trained very hard for this fight. He came in a different Chisora. You know, he wasn't bloated. You saw he slimmed down. You saw he was chiseled. And I shout out to you for your hard work. And he
chiseled, but
he was there. He was looking a little.
Definitely good by Chisora standards.
He came in there. Chisora
Wilder a chisel. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
yo, Joshua's
oh,
chiseled,
buff.
Wilder's
Yeah.
chiseled.
I
Like,
came there,
you know what
big
I'm saying?
body.
I
But
don't
he
know.
wasn't
He
looking
came in
fat.
there better than when he looked in the back.
Yeah, he looked impressive. And he told us the strategy he was gonna have. He was gonna hunt Usyk down, and he was gonna eat leather. And that's exactly what we saw for 12 rounds. And for you to say, I don't know if he was running. The man went 12 rounds. Any other heavyweight, yo, he's out. If he was coming at them like that, he's out at 6 rounds. Once one jab and it's over. And that just, I'm a big fan of Usyk, but that just showed you the power he has is not enough to scare these heavyweights or keep him off of him. Because other heavyweights who implement proper strategy and don't go for the headhunting from round one, if Chisora didn't come with that strategy, he was like, I'm gonna see what he has first, the first 4 rounds, and then 5, 6, 7, I'm hunting him down. It would have been a different fight. But he came out the gate swinging for the home run, and he couldn't get it, and that's what was his downfall. But I felt the fight could have been a draw because Usyk didn't show me enough to beat this man. And he went
What? What score did you have it?
I didn't have a score. I just from the visual test. I told you I do that visual test.
He's not alone. There's a lot of people who feel like Chisora nicked it. So
yeah, because
but did you score? You scored it for Usyk or for Chisora?
me?
Ned, yeah, you.
I the visual test. I scored it for Chisora. I was just like, yo, Chisora was headhunting. Chisora could not do that in the heavyweight division.
I told you, bro. That's how Ned uses the eye test. You know what I'm saying? For the fight.
Listen,
at the end, I think he won. I think Chisora won.
Chisora's not implementing that strategy against none of the heavyweights in that division. He's not headhunting in that division at all. But he did it with Usyk, and he went 12 rounds. And Usyk's power did not face him.
Yo, hold on, Trill. Are you defending Ned, his scoring strategy? Are you defending Ned as a judge?
Get rounds, bro.
Listen, I'm letting Ned rock. I got something to say to Ned. I just want to let him get his statement out.
Listen.
Finish up, Ned. Go ahead.
The rounds Chisora took off to get that second win, yes, Usyk had him. But then when he got his second win, he was back to headhunting. Usyk was just running, getting out the way, this, that, and that. If Chisora, the only thing Chisora did not connect on a lot of his punches, he was wasting a lot of energy. But that's impressive to do that for almost 12 rounds, though. Like he lasted 12 rounds. And any other heavyweight, he's out at 5, 6, and that's it. But shout out to Chisora for getting phenomenal shape for this fight. He had a strategy and he came through. You know,
you're a different breed, bro.
I mean, shout out to you, Ned. But listen to what Ned said when he's saying, like, everybody's saying that, you know, Usyk was boxing beautifully, right? And then, you know, when Chisora would get reckless, Usyk would keep him honest. Mm-hmm. He would do things, and that's why, you know, you thought that Chisora was going to go down. I thought Chisora was going to go down twice in that fight, but Usyk wasn't stupid. He didn't hop right on him.
That's true.
He boxed beautiful. Disciplined boxing. That's what you seen there.
You know what? What's up with these UK heavyweights not being able to see the uppercuts? Yo, like, Usyk caught him with a couple of uppercuts that if Usyk, like, planted his feet and really dug, he could have hit him with the
he was boxing. He was moving around. He didn't stay planted. He boxed beautifully. Del Boy, he showed a great, but he showed me what he does in every fight. He comes out. That's War Chisora. That's why his name is War Chisora. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever seen a fight from him, but this is what I've seen from him. This is what I expected from him. Chisora, but this is what you've seen from Usyk. Usyk, you've seen him slipping shots, picking shots, making him miss, and making him pay, and keeping him honest in there. That's what I've seen. And making him do the stinky leg twice in there. Was backing the aggressor up.
Yeah.
He was backing him up. So, shout out to Chisora, but Usyk showed that he does got some pop in there. He just need to sit down on them shots. But he going away, him going back and making people get stunned from check hooks, that shows he got something.
But I was when he backed up. He did back up Chisora, and I was like, bruh, Chisora, what's going on? That's when I knew Chisora's legs was gone, son. I was like, damn, you got the smaller guy pushing you.
And that wasn't to those great little chopping shots that Usyk was throwing to the belly. That had nothing to do with that, huh? It was just because of Chisora. It was just Chisora was just gagged on his own. It wasn't those body shots from Usyk. None of that.
I mean, if it was a body shot.
When he almost bent over when Usyk hit him with that straight shot to the body, he almost bent over.
Hold on.
He bowed.
Yo, Trust, question.
I'm trying to be a gentleman here, but you guys is making it hard. I'm trying to be a gentleman, but you're making it hard.
Trails,
you know, with that straight shot, and he gasped for air and almost bent over.
Trails, how many heavyweights is Chisora going 12 rounds with?
He put himself in position to get hit.
Yes. How many heavyweights is Chisora going 12 rounds with? None of them.
What are you talking about? He's only been knocked out 5 times. He's only been stopped 5 times.
You're right. You got that. But by the top 10.
Listen,
top 10.
This is
top 10.
This is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? This is what you talk. And this was a total different fight. And they fighting Usyk's a different total fighter than AJ. He's a different fighter than a Dillian White. He did it his way, and he got the dub.
Yeah.
Salute to Usyk.
Salute. Yeah, I don't hate Usyk. Usyk, I love you, man. You a great fighter.
Boy, I don't even know why you even posed that question. Like,
hold on. I was, whatever, dog. Yeah, whatever. I said what I said.
Ned do his thing. All right. So for me, here's the deal. It was a great fight. I like Usyk and I like Chisora. So for me, it was pretty easy to be objective in this fight. You know, sometimes people are like, they have like the guy they're rooting for. Like I like Usyk, I like Chisora. I picked Del Boy because, I felt like his pressure was going to be too much. And I honestly thought he would land something clean and hurt Usyk early, and Usyk wouldn't be able to recover. And in the first 4 rounds, I scored the first 4 rounds for Chisora. It looked that way. But I did notice something. I noticed that Usyk would partially block a lot of Chisora's punches. And even when Chisora landed the shots, they weren't like flush. They weren't landing clean enough to do damage on Usyk. And even when he did land flush, Usyk took the shot. Like Usyk showed a good chin. And so by the end of the 4th, when Chisora was breathing and G was excited, I was like, it's dangerous. And I said, he got 2 rounds to land something that's going to hurt Usyk or this fight's over. And then I only gave him 1 more round after that. I think I gave him like the 9th or the 11th. But I had it 7-5 for Usyk. I thought it was a close fight. I thought Usyk did pull it out. Mainly because although Chisora did put the pressure on Usyk in those 4 rounds, and he was landing some tough punches and he was keeping the pressure, I never saw Usyk hurt. Trill pointed it out 2 times as well. I saw it looked like Chisora was going to go. It looked like Chisora was done. And even in those rounds, and I'm pretty sure some Chisora supporters probably scored those rounds for Chisora. 1 round in particular, I think it was the 8th. Chisora was winning until like the last 30 seconds where it looked like he was about to get stopped. And so I gave that round to Usyk because to me, Usyk won that round. Like if that bell doesn't ring, I think Chisora doesn't make it to the 12th.
Bell, 2 consecutive rounds, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. The bell saved this dude's life twice. I'm like, damn, man.
And so, in one of those rounds, maybe even 2, yeah, Chisora did good work. But when it ends with you being saved by the bell, I don't know how you can win that round. So I think Chisora put on a good performance. But in the end, I think Usyk showed me he has a good chin for the heavyweight division. But he also showed great stamina. Now let's not forget, Usyk had to survive the onslaught. Then he showed the ability to move around the ring for 12 rounds. And basically what this all boils down to is Usyk picked them apart. Usyk picked Chisora apart, and he got the decision. It was brilliant boxing, like Trill said. He was landing shots to the body. Chisora would throw his onslaught, miss wildly, and then, like an intelligent boxer, he went to the body. Once you got a guy throwing everything he's got and he misses 2 crazy shots, you tap him to the body. That's what you're supposed to do. That's boxing. Well, it's not 101, but that's like elite level boxing. You know, when someone misses 2 wild punches that exert a lot of energy, touch them to the body. Touch them to the body. Because then you're draining the energy. You're draining the reserves. But as far as it goes for Usyk and the other fighters in the heavyweight division, I think it would be unfair to say Usyk can't compete with the other guys based on this performance. Dereck Chisora went 12 rounds with Dillian White. And even in the second fight, when he was knocked out in the 11th round, he was winning on the scorecards. Mm-hmm. This is why I always defend Chisora when people diss him. I'm like, yeah, he loses, but it's not like people just wax Chisora. Chisora's in them fights. And even last night, Chisora's in that fight. To say that Dillian White knocked out Chisora, so that means that Usyk doesn't have power. Usyk did hurt him, but Usyk didn't jump on him, like Trill pointed out. There's also Dillian White got rocked by Joseph Parker, and then Dillian White got knocked out by Povetkin. So who's to say that Usyk can't land the uppercut to knock him out? Usyk threw some vicious uppercuts in that ring too. You can't do the cross matchups. I saw enough from Usyk against Chisora. Like G said, he got past the gate. He is now past the gate. Can he beat Joseph Parker? Joseph Parker brings a different set of skills and challenges than Dereck Ward Chisora. But then again, that may be easier for Usyk. Maybe Chisora's pressure, Chisora's onslaught. Maybe that. What bothered me about Usyk's performance and what I need to see was, to me, Chisora, when he was Ward Chisora, he took the rounds. Mm-hmm. And when he faded is when Usyk picked him apart. I need to see what happens when he's in the ring with a heavyweight that doesn't fade. And will he be able to take rounds, and will he be able to survive against that heavyweight? But that doesn't mean he won't. I can't knock a man who's found a way to win every fight. This is a step-up fight. We'll see what happens next. Chisora, Usyk, great performance. 2 guys, they were in the locker room with one another after the fight, showing each other love. That just proves that you can be friendly in the build-up and still go to war. Beautiful fight.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. Also, check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Box Bros.
Thank you for very much.
Catch me creeping down the dark street. This is where me and the zombies meet. Guarantee we all gonna eat. It's Zombie Ray again with HD. I'm a zombie in the night, you better run from me. Zombie Ray in the house, you better run, homie. Brought a mask and some gloves with some thugs with me. I came to do damage, you wanna purge with me. Super Saiyan zombie, I be